heightened standard of care. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. What on earth does heightened standard of care mean? Well, the heightened standard of care goes into what you may very accidentally damages you may cause yourself on site, and legal negligence, errors and omissions that fail to meet the normal standard of care is the legal negligence. And in English law, professional services are based on a learned opinion, or an opinion that it is, you have to be educated to form. So you all have gone to architecture school, you've gotten experience, and you've even studied and been tested. So you have a learned opinion in architecture. That's what a professional service is. So that's what standard of care is based on, is, and all our laws are based on, where it comes to professional services, is your learned opinion or your learned understanding equivalent to others in your area. So when you heighten your standard of care is when you make promises, you make statements, contracts, marketing, any kind of statement that promises better than normal. These are not going to be covered by most insurance policies, by the way, pretty big problem, because they are covering you for standard of care. So if you have said, what was it? Better pizza, better ingredients. If you say, hey, we've got better employees, we have better buildings, you've just heightened your standard of care. Do not use words like better, best, higher, highest, more. We've got more experience in the education marketplace. Our schools will perform better than anyone else's. You just heightened your standard of care. The owner gets that building and it doesn't work as well, or students' test scores aren't doing as well as others. They could come back and say, well, you promised me a better performing building. Really? Did I? You can't make those claims. They're not covered in your insurance. And if you see somebody else making them, I don't know, I don't think you're ethically obligated to walk up to another architect and say, hey, don't make those claims. But don't follow the lead there. Do not heighten your standard of care. Legally, they can now sue you for those. But most likely there's a clause in your insurance policy that says, no way, we're not covering you if you did that. So I can't talk about standard of care enough with you all. It is going to be tested on this exam, okay? Absolutely, you will have questions about standard of care in the practice management exam. I can't imagine that would not fall into play for you all. So be prepared, understand the definition, what it means, and why we have standard of care.